This is EA Sports, PGA Tour coverage coming your way. We're here today at the PGA West Stadium course located in La Quinta, California. Frank, why is this golf course such a challenge?
There's really no bailout, Rich. Miss it left, there's trouble. Miss it right, there's trouble. If you don't get the distance right, you're going to find trouble. So it really is a point-to-point golf course.
So we're ready to go here at PGA West. First hole is 445 yards, a par 4. Frank, what do you think of this hole?
It's a good way to start, Rich. Certainly isn't a drive and a wedge hole to get you out of the gate. This is going to be a drive and a mid-iron for most players. There's some good bunkering down there. Most players will just sort of look at that bunker that's midway down on the right side, but this is fairway first, that's for sure. It's still a decent length for that second shot ahead of you.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. It's a 180-yard shot, his second. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. I see a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second.
This is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Let's see what Kaymer does with this approach shot. Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. He'll need to be strong with this. Frank, not close, but from that line, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Good read, good line, well played.
These putts keep the round together. Not going so well for him. He has this for bogey. +1 in the early going. Teed up here at the second hole, Frank, this is a short par 4 measuring about 370 yards.
While it mightn't have the yardage, it's certainly made up in strategy by all the bunkering down here, Rich. And it's really two bunkers that you've got to, or two complexes that you've really got to worry about. One down the left that you'll see is about 285 yards to carry, and then that next crop comes in just about 300 yards. So you've got to decide whether to go over the bunker on the left and short of the other one, or even lay up to the right, perhaps short. And that's where you realize this is very much a two-shot hole, and play it that way.
Frank, that swing looks lively and strong.
Oh, yeah, that had to fly 300. It's close to 310.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Ends up in the first cut, and he'll have a pretty good look at the whole location from here. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Just a couple of feet. Solid effort and reasonable result to stay at 1 over par. Now to the third hole, a par 4, 471 yards. Frank, break this hole down for us.
Well, the trouble appears down that left side with the series of bunkers, but you've got to take into account the trees that are well positioned down the right side. Plus, as you can see, this fairway is not exactly flat.
They'll pay a little bit of a price for missing the fairway here, because from that rough, you cannot control the spin on the golf ball. Now it's right in his wheelhouse, good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here. This is way left going left.
And that one's going to be in the rough, it looks like. That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Martin Kaymer, 2014 U.S. Open champion, has this one for par. Well, that's how you keep a round going, make putts just like that. Our attempt here. Just a little tap in here. At +2 already.
Now to the fourth, 192 yards and a pretty tough hole location here today.
It was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Not terrible, but not his best.
Outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
This is a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus. Frank, he might like this one. He might like... Oh, this one has a chance. And he has it. Beautiful putt. Been pretty good all day from this distance. Just trying to take care of business.
Oh, do that. Well, here we are at the first par 5 of the day, the fifth, 535 yards. Frank, break it down.
It's called double trouble. Reason why, there's the lake on the tee shot on the left side, and then he's reversed it up there on the second shot. He put the lake on the right.
Not looking good, Frank.
I think it's wet.
So toweled off, dried off, and ready to go.
Yeah, let's hope this swing he hasn't still got the floaties on.
Third shot now, after the last one found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for.
And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie.
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means.
This has to go in the hazard.
Needs to get up or... Frank, they threw him a life vest. He's back on dry land.
And I hope this time he swings, he doesn't have the water wings on.
Has to regroup, playing his fifth shot after hitting it in the water.
Yeah, it's not all lost. Once again, check the yardage, check the wind, start again. Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. Well, certainly playable from here. Ball is in the first cut. Not too bad. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. Actually, a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Frank, this looks like a pretty simple pitch shot here.
Yeah, conservative off the tee and the lap gives you a chance to be aggressive with this shot.
Frank, not where he wants to be, but not out of the hole here at the par 5.
No, but Rich, to drop a shot here would really set him backwards.
Setting up for an approach shot here.
Rich, these players aren't getting a reprieve with a win right now.
Right from the start, the winds have been kicking pretty good.
Yeah, but at least it's presenting that challenge for the players that don't get every other day.
This will test the player. I mean, it's one thing to play with no wind in perfect conditions, but as we know, golf is a game of variables.
Yeah, and better strike will be rewarded today.
Frank, it's not about getting the ball close to the hole. From that spot,
Well, he had no chance to get it close. I thought he had very, very, very little chance of getting it on the green. So given that, that was a very good shot. Oh, another one goes in.
getting set now over the putt. That really hurts, but the round's not over. What a hole this is. 255 yards, par 3, water everywhere you look. This is a real test.
It's called Amen, and whatever religion that you subscribe to, you better say a prayer before this one. Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh. Never a pleasant moment, the drop after you've gone into the water, but here we are. Now on to his third shot after the last one went into the water. Appears to be what they call a commercial play, very solid. He'll take that one all day long, very solid, about 15 feet away. Just in the first cut of rough, not a bad lie, the only issue is he might get a jumper here. Kaymer attempting this for par. Well, this one's tracking. Well, hello there.
Huge bonus making that one. It's at sneaky distance.
So they'll tap in. Finally in for a double bogey.
We're at the seventh now, 346 yards with plenty of water on that right side. How do you handle this one, Frank?
You've got to pick a target there. A lot of people think when they're laying up off the tee, and that's exactly what this hole is. You just blaze away at something down the left side. But if you're going to pick a tree, don't just pick the tree. Pick a branch or a leaf. Be more specific.
Frank, sadly, I've been there too often. In the water, you get down on yourself. What's the right way to approach this mentally?
Well, you've almost got to take a step backwards, Rich. This can add up so quickly. So give yourself a little pat on the back, say it's fine. I mean, you're human. You're allowed to hit bad shots.
So drop the shot after ending up in the water on that recent miscue. So this will be the third shot after taking the drop with the ball going in the water. Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough. Well, the stats say that is a green hit in regulation, but it's not yet a par on the card. Very tough putt coming up. This one doesn't look good. He went for the brief swim there, Frank. He's trying to stay dry now.
He is, just trying to avoid water on the brain as well. This will take a good swing.
Frank, this is his 6th shot here.
Well, this is the difference between the good players and the great players. Really, just that compounding of a mistake, one after the other.
Frank, we talk so often about striking the golf ball. This player is a superior ball striker, but there's another element involved, isn't there?
It's called distance control. It's not the number on the bottom of the club you're hitting. It's knowing how far it goes to avoid mistakes just like that.
That's all he wanted to do there.
Yeah, it's touch. And when you think from that distance, chances of making are almost none. So to guarantee a 2-putt, well done.
That will be 4 over par on the scorecard for this hole. Time to pick up and move on. Well, you almost lose count at this point. Safe to say, not under par. In fact, well over par.
Now we're at the 8th hole here at PGA West in La Quinta, California. 559-yard par 5. Frank, what are the options here?
A good tee shot, you can certainly reach this par 5 and 2. There's a crosswalk that comes across in that vicinity of 330 yards. That's sort of the green light area if you can get it down there. Anything short of that, it becomes very much a 3-shotter. But if you can get it close to that crosswalk that goes there, then certainly this becomes opportunity knocks.
Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough. Rich, with a lie like that in the rough, you're going to get too much grass between club face and ball. You're going to have to adjust for that and at least take a club or 2 more.
That was a pretty nasty lie out of the rough. He did the right thing there, Frank. And he steps up to take this shot from the fairway. Wind's still a challenge out there, and they've thrown him off all day long. Let's see if he can find some comfort level here before the end of the round.
Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Outstanding strike right there, right off the center of the club face, and a good chance for birdie. Ball sitting down here in the rough, he's digging in. Kaymer has a beautiful rhythmic putting stroke. This is a birdie bid. Can't get them all back at once, but does go in the right direction. Now at +4. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive.
Frank, the 9th hole, a par 4 measuring 452 yards. This is no picnic.
This is the toughest tee shot on the front side. The easy way to bail out down the left side, it might appear that way off the tee, but then it becomes a zigzag hole where it's very easy to clock up something like a 6. The bunker down that right side, just 300 yards to get past that, but it's almost like he gives you an option there. If you do want to challenge that right side, the bunker just might save you from going in the water. But there's no question, the best drive is down the right, but it's the most dangerous one.
Frank, this one's going too far left, it looks like.
Yeah, it was fine there for a little while, but if it keeps going left, it's doomed.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Player really needs to be dialed in here. This approach shot is not easy by any stretch here at the 9th. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Superb shot.
Well, it's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Right about 9 feet here to the hole. All right, hanging in. That's a par and 4 over. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, continuing at PGA West in the Career Builder Challenge. We're on the back 9 now. Hole number 10 is 416 yards, a medium length par 4, but again, player has to deal with water.
It is. This is a double dogleg, really, and if you don't get the ball in the fairway, you're going to kick yourself.
Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here. They'll pay a little bit of a price for missing the fairway here because from that rough, you cannot control the spin on the golf ball. Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
Second shot now, and this is from 140 yards away. On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Second shot now for Martin Kaymer. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
This one has a good line.
Oh, what a bonus.
Getting set now over the putt. Just a tap in to finish the hole. Par for McIlroy, but you're just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. Well, Frank, how about this hole?
par 5 11th at 617 yards.
The goal here is to take all those bunkers down that left side completely out of play. You can hit it far enough down there, you can get close to this green, but if you do stray a little bit, all of a sudden, well, it's called eternity. You're going to find that this hole will play very long.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. All right, the winds are starting to pick up. Frank, you've played in conditions all over the world. What's the right way to approach it?
Well, you've really got to find out, first of all, the direction of the wind, and you have to be certain of it right now. And plus, if there's a gust, that's something you can't, you've got no control over. Second shot.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. Well, hit the green, but certainly not close to the hole.
Yeah, probably barely give him a C for that shot.
Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
This is a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus. That's a nice lag putt. Frank, what would you focus on a long putt?
That 3-foot circle, obviously you allow yourself a little bit more the further and further away you get, but just expectations, lower them a little bit. There's certain distances, just take two.
Settles in over the putt. Okay, that's par. 3 over for the round. To the par 4 12th here at PGA West, short at 363 yards.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. Going to need a bit of force to extract one out of there. This has no chance of finding the fairway. This is turning left.
And into the thicker stuff.
Let's see if he can bludgeon this one out.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Frank, anything you do differently from the rough in terms of your swing? Do you hinge the club a little bit more quickly?
No, normally put the ball just a little bit further back in your stance because you want the club to be going down. Down, it's got to go down through the grass, through the ball. It's tough to take an extra club out of that lie, Rich, because it's always in the back of your mind. If you hit it properly, it's going to email the green.
He gave that one everything he had. I mean, really gouged it, and still, it was short. Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No chance. Frank just into that first cut.
Yeah, it's sitting up. Really, this isn't too bad a situation.
And he's made the green. Might want to check the GPS on a putt this long. It's a good-looking putt right here. He might like it. That is a cross-country putt right there.
Up and over the ridge. That's a seagull.
He'll need to be strong with this.
Rich, do you think we should tell him this fairway out there?
Yeah, he's been in the rough all day long. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Clean this up with a tap. Well, not what they wanted. 7 over par already on the round. Frank, what do you make of this par 3 13th at 214 yards?
It's another example of Pete Dye using those sort of very harsh wooden bulkheads that give you that such a definitive line around the edge of the green. Plus, it's his ability to turn a straight hole into a very angular or crooked-looking hole.
That will be a great look at birdie. Well, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
Frank, they threw him a life vest. He's back on dry land.
And I hope this time he swings, he doesn't have the water wings on.
Third shot now, after the last one found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for. This is that awkward length.
Well, he's not going to be real happy with that. Wow. Not a gimme, but well within his range. How does that stay out?
I have no earthly idea. Let's crawl that. Hole's round. Ball's meant to go in.
This for double bogey. Everything has gone wrong today. Just continues to be ugly. That's how you maintain momentum. You make those putts for par.
Frank, what's the best way to make 3 here at this 389-yard par 4 14th?
I'm not sure, really. I know there's 2 definitive options, hitting it down the left or carrying over the bunker. And I think that's another example of Pete Dye. There's one of those holes you never really know if you've made the right play until you finish the hole. Normally you'd say that's a bad tee shot, but this is a pattern, Rich.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Just an ideal lie, Frank. What can he do from here?
Well, if he takes advantage of the tee shot now and goes at this flag, then he will certainly gain on the field.
Frank, this ball's in the rough. You like to hinge just a little bit quicker on the takeaway when the ball is down like this?
No, when it's down, you've just got to make sure that you wind up almost like you're hitting a tee shot. This is not one to be dallied with. You've got to hit it powerfully, and you really have to focus on that club getting through the grass, past the ball, and out the other side.
Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. This won't hurt him, Frank.
Just a little left of the flag. That's fine.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Might be. Could be. Perfect roll right there.
Anything other than a rookie. Great stroke.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Right there. Frank, if a player needs to make a big move at the close of the round, how could they get at this whole location and make a birdie? They call this turning home.
Yeah, I think that's where you have to be a little more aggressive off the tee shot. A drive of 280 yards can certainly take those 2 bunkers down the left out of play. There is one in the distance down there, 350 yards, so even the longest hitters can still hit driver down there. You imagine pumping one down there, sort of 340 yards. Now you turn a long hole into a drive and a wedge. That's how you get aggressive.
A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up. Now the approach here at 15.
Should be safely on deck.
That's an outstanding shot right there, and it sets up a really good look at birdie. Ends up in the first cut, and he'll have a pretty good look at the whole location from here.
And this is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
That's the cruelest thing about this game, Rich. I mean, it's another shot.
Kaymer trying to put that free-flowing putting stroke to good use. Has this for birdie. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
So they'll tap in. Saves par, stays at 3 over. Been a rocky round.
Here we go now, the final par 5 of the day, Frank.
Yeah, decision on how much you bite off here. If you play the ball to the right, then it's going to play its full 600 yards. But if you can take it in a direct line at that green, you're going to chew off a little bit of yardage. But you have to be able to carry that bunker.
And through the years, a lot of excitement here at this par 5 16th.
Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, rough.
Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. Actually, a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough.
Yeah, it was a little overambitious.
Third shot, looking for a good one. Good swing, good shot yet again. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. He'll need to be strong with this. That was a pretty nasty lie out of the rough. He did the right thing there, Frank. Sit down. Get down.
Oh, this is going.
Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet. Well, that's not the way you wanted to start out the backside here.
Yeah, you can't afford from inside 10 feet. You feel like you have to make those, and I mean, they really sting when they miss.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Wow, I thought he made that. Very well done, almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
No fireworks, but not bad. That's a par. Stays at 3 over. Frank, this is where you want to step away from the controller for just a second.
Yeah, good. Mr. Good just met Mr. Bad.
So, Frank, you arrive on the tee box. What are you thinking here as you look out at the hole they call Alcatraz, par 3 17th at 168 yards?
Well, we've seen it all here, Rich, from that hole-in-one that Lee Trevino had in the Skins game all the way back in 1987 to people splashing away left, right, and center. No advice here. You can see what's in front of you. Well, that's a little absurd, that, Rich. That shot wasn't that hard, but it's come up well short.
Didn't appear committed through impact.
Hazard?
Maybe wet. Frank missed the green off the tee. Frank, this is always such a difficult spot for a golfer. You just hit one out of bounds, you're trying to regroup.
He's going to need to more than regroup now.
So now he's playing his third shot, Frank, after hitting it OB.
Yeah, good tee shot, though. So let's see if he can string a couple of good shots together now.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Martin Kaymer eyeing this one for par. A great roll right there. Just a pure stroke right in the heart.
Well, Frank, hopefully the player has arrived here at 18 in a pretty good frame of mind. If not, you have to be thinking, oh, here we go again. Water left. I mean, you could shoot 100 out here on this golf course if you don't have your best stuff.
Yeah, this is another example of, you're right, if you've got the bad mojo going, this is not the hole you want to be playing. Water left, bunkers right. Somewhere in between, though, this fairway.
Frank, they threw him a life vest. He's back on dry land.
And I hope this time he swings, he doesn't have the water wings on.
Third shot now, after the last one found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that, hanging in the sky.
Frank, not the longest hitter, but sometimes you win tournaments by putting it in a good spot, and that's where we are right here, 280 yards out.
Yeah, 280 down the middle of the fairway. That'll never get you in trouble. This has to go in the hazard.
Needs to get up. Or Frank, you've just hit one in the water. You don't want to compound the mistake. What's the mindset here?
This one right here, you've got to forget that big blue oasis in front of you.
Not what you wanted to hear, but this is the fifth shot after the ball went into the water. Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. And this is looking really good. Frank, not just a player, but an artist. Just beautiful work right there.
The only thing I can say, Rich, is that was Seve-esque.
Here's one of the game's great players, a major champion, a player's champ. Martin Kaymer ready with his approach. This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
He went for the brief swim there, Frank. He's trying to stay dry now.
He is, just trying to avoid water on the brain as well. This will take a good swing.
So he's playing his 8th shot. Frank, how do you keep it together?
It's hard to imagine. He's just completely lost his mind at the moment.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. Routine stuff for Rory, that's a par. So as we finish up here today, Frank, he has not had the best round, but I suppose that's golf, isn't it?
Yeah, he's not Robinson Crusoe. This golf course can drive many a man crazy. But the beauty of this game, you get up, dust yourself off, do it again.
And there'll be a next time for us as